Greetings. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. I just counted that I have not video recorded in 6 days. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Understandable and relatable, but still unacceptable. I am holding a couple of handouts that I was able to go through with my group mates and the facilitator of these particular workshops that I was in. One of the handouts has to do with neuroplasticity, and the other one is on the cycle of avoidance, also known as the anxiety trap, and how to face it. So I'm holding on to these just for some very much needed encouragement and wisdom, and also to remind myself that I've been doing the work. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I've lived through, and I want to be able to trust myself more when I share. So on the way over here, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just, you know what I really, really want more than anything is to just be in a mode where I can just say whatever it is that I need to say. You know, I didn't even realize that this was happening, but I have been shrinking. Can you believe it? I didn't even think that was happening, you know, or that it was possible, even while sharing and being honest and being vulnerable and making mistakes and trying to learn from the mistakes and catching what I was just reading upon, catching the faulty brain messages that are needing to be replaced with something more relevant, something more accessible, something more helpful to my system. Outdated, we'll just say outdated patterns and behaviors and things like that. So all the while, I'm still like, and this isn't like to press myself to like, you know, change my frequency or anything. It's just an observation that I'm making about the way that I am carrying my body. And then as I came to that thought and conclusion, I was like, oh my gosh, I already talked about this. Like, why do I need to talk more about my body? Like, I already said everything there is to say about it. And then funnily enough, my body's like, no, girl. So I, not jokingly, was saying that for my last year in my 30s, I want to be outside with a minimal amount of clothes. And and so far, I have not done that. I've been wearing my hoodies and my sweatpants. And that's fine, because it was cold for a little bit, and now it's 100 degrees. And it's about to be springtime, and I've been moving my body and attempting to exercise. And so I'm saying these things to hold myself accountable to doing my yoga calisthenics, pretty much, which I haven't done as much in the present year. So I just want to be able to say whatever it is that I need to say and it not feel weird and heavy and hot in my chest. Yeah. So yeah, I want to challenge myself to record more and post more on my YouTube channel via shorts. I'm gonna have to do some like really major like editing because these videos be long. For the shorts, like the shorts are only supposed to be like a minute long. But yeah, I have a whole plan, so hopefully I can just focus on showing up. That's it. That's all I want to do, is just focus on showing up. If I can do that, then I've won for the day. Yeah. Oh, so this is the other thing. So as I was driving in, I shared this in my with my group mates yesterday, and I've been thinking about it. I still carry a lot of shame in my system, right? Like my body is still keeping score, and the thing that helps to alleviate that feeling of embarrassment and wanting to dissociate and to isolate and hide and shrink, one thing that helps to alleviate is to shine a light in those spaces and areas in my mind and in my like memory and experiences, and even the way that I like talk about them, and shine a light not to further traumatize or further embarrass or further cause like feelings of guilt, but to say to those parts of myself that we're not alone, and like you don't have to be or feel afraid, which is often how I feel. Like there are a few videos that I haven't looked at since I recorded them or like done anything with, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear what I have to say, which is so sad. That makes me so sad to like think that I feel that way towards myself, which is why I'm back here. Because I feel so sad that I feel that way towards myself, you know, and like I'm not trying to like say anything negative, you know, or come off in some way that like is offensive or anything. I'm just trying to be myself, you know? So actually, now that I'm thinking about it and I've said that, like I'm just trying to be myself, right? And like the way that I think about myself sometimes, that's not even me. Like the person that I'm thinking about like isn't me, right? Like I wouldn't do that, you know, like I wouldn't treat me that way. I just wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's interesting. I was going over all of my paperwork and stuff. I've been doing that the last couple of days, and in one of the folders that I have, it has notes and like to-do lists and just like little reminders that I left for myself from like 2023 to 2024. And I'm still talking about the same stuff I was talking about back then. You know, in 2020, I'm still talking about the same stuff. You know, like a lot of me has not really changed that much, you know. So it was good to see that and to remember, like, oh, you know, like remember myself in that way, like, oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, babe. Yeah. And that's why, like, I feel bad, I feel sad, like, dang, man, like, I just want to, like, further enjoy my company and, like, what I'm bringing to the table and what I'm talking about, and, like, you know, how I am, like, it's cool, you know what I mean? And, like, I want to just give myself more love and attention and hugs and affirmations and approval and validation, and to feel, you know, in my system, in my body, in my limbs, in my organs, you know, that I'm loved and cherished and valued and adored and wanted. Like, I want to be here. I want to be here, you know. I want to feel like I'm wanted, like I belong here, like I'm supposed to be here, like I'm here on purpose, like that I'm here, it matters that I'm here, you know. I want to feel that more. And I'm all for, like, I just saw this faithing it till I make it. I'm all for that, you know, and like asking for faith, you know, generating some level of faith, you know, believing in something that I don't presently have or can see, you know, having faith that it will like be developed in me, it will be mine, or come to pass, come to fruition, right? I'm all for that. But I also, like, you know, if I get a little glimpse here and there of stuff, that helps too, you know? So. Breaking negative thoughts, breaking negative thought patterns, breaking maladaptive behaviors. Yeah, I don't want to avoid myself. I don't want to ignore myself. I don't want to pretend like I'm not here with these concerns and issues and things, you know? So I was sharing a little bit on Threads a couple of days ago, and I was like, I just want to say these things. I just want to write this stuff out, you know, and say it and share it so that it's not locked up in my mind, right? So that it's not festering about in my chest and my stomach and my gut, right? And then let it have its space and room to breathe and, you know, grow, decay. I'm not really sure, depending on what it is, like, and if I'm trying to feed it and all that stuff, right? Feed into what is it that I'm, like, nurturing and, you know, paying attention to, right? And allowing to, like, grow and take space, you know? And that helped a little bit to do that. It's not some dirty little secret. I hate that. I hate that. You know, I don't want to be in the corner hiding, you know, or like covering up things that don't need to be covered up, that need fresh air, need to be out in the open, needs to be said, you know, needs to be claimed, or like needs to be released, you know, as a thing that is no longer for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I was exercising my ability to communicate effectively as it pertains to my concerns, my financial concerns, to some degree, you know. I'm like playing around with those, not playing around, but I'm like having, you know, certain realities move about in my mind, and I'm wanting to like be serious about it, right? And not avoid or pretend like it's not there, you know, like face it. And that's really scary because it does bring up feelings of shame and guilt over choices that I've made, you know, financial choices that I've made. Yeah, and so now I'm wanting to apply what I'm learning from that type of expression to the way that I see myself, the way that I present myself, the way that I talk to myself and about myself, and carry my physical body. And I mean, down to like what I eat, what I wear, how I style myself, and all that good stuff, all that fun stuff. So I see this as a challenge and an opportunity. And part of me is like, I don't wanna, leave me alone. I've had enough. And another part is like, well, don't you wanna see? Don't you wanna see what we come up with? It'll be fun. Come on. Jump in. You know? So I really do just want to like exercise like my creativity, and like I do want to see what I come up with. It will be fun, and then I will be proud of myself. Just right now it doesn't feel that way. Right now it's like, ugh. I'm kicking and screaming and dragging my feet. You know. But I saved so many handouts. I have everything that I need within me to say and do what it is that I need to do, that I know I need to do, that I know I said I was gonna do this however many months ago, right? And, you know, stuff happened, okay? And I should have started with this. I should have led with this. This was when I left my place. I said that I was gonna say this. I was hospitalized. I was hospitalized in January of 2026 and in February of 2026. And it's been a month since I've been out of the hospital / prison. And those weren't like small, insignificant things. Those were very major, serious, scary things, you know? And I am taking my health really seriously, and I literally could not talk for 3 days. I was initially diagnosed with a speech disturbance that later on turned into something else, a few other things. And I couldn't talk. I was aware, I was awake, I was aware, but I couldn't speak in English for 3 days. And nothing was wrong with my brain or my body. Like all the tests came back negative. They ran all the tests. And yeah, it was like a little bit of a mystery, and now they're like pinpointing things. And so part of my recovery has been, part of my journey to heal has been to talk, something that I couldn't do for 3 days. And I've been talking to everybody. So I need to continue that. Like when I was in the hospital, I was talking to everybody there. When I was in prison, I was talking to everybody there. Okay. And that is what helped me to get out. That is what helped me to be here right now. You know, I was asking a lot of questions. I was trying to put the puzzle pieces together and like asking for XYZ resources, and whatever I came across when all the counselors and therapists and doctors and nurses and other staff members that I came across who had information to share or tidbits of their own experiences. I was all ears and was like, let's go, let's do whatever we need to do to get better and get out of here, you know. So I kind of want to keep that same energy, you know. It's not easy, but after a while, like, the brain and the body wants to settle, right, and have its routines and get back to normal life, quote unquote, right, and like business as usual, you know. And it's challenging to go against that and like remember those hardships and like how desperate I was and how uncomfortable I was and how afraid I was, and like let that keep me like keep me uncomfortable, you know what I mean, like just get used to the uncomfortable and like prefer that so that I can do the work that I know I need to do. Because once I start getting comfortable, I start getting in the groove and all that, it's all good, right? But like there's still more, you know what I'm saying? And not in like some like unappreciative way, right? Like I'm thankful for right now. I'm thankful for everything that I am right now, everything that I have right now, right? But like I know that I have a lot of work to do, like a lot. Like I have as much work to do as I have debt. Okay? Like oh man, I'm gonna say that again because that was real. Dang. I have as much work to do as I have debt. So if I'm not showing up every single day, that means I'm playing around, and I cannot. Nope. So all of that to say, I'll be showing my face and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so sick of me. But I will be back either later today or tomorrow, and I'll have more to say. And yes.